What if I told you that life isn't happening to you, but it's happening because of you? Every time you feel like you're a victim of your circumstances, you're giving your power away. Life can be tough. I get it. But you don't have to be stuck in that same old story that you tell yourself every day. You don't have to be stuck in those negative mindsets. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to stop playing the victim and to start playing the game of life on your own terms. Ready to take back control? Let's go. In life, it's not about getting dealt a good hand. It's the ability to play a bad hand well. I love that quote, and I honestly want to get it tattooed on me somewhere. And I just think that it applies to so many of us, because there has been a time in my life, and not even gonna lie, like sometimes when shitty things happen, like I feel like, damn, I got all these bad cards. Like, am I cursed or something like that? Even though I don't believe in that. But like, sometimes it just feels like you got all of the worst cards, and we get stuck in this victim mentality. Life is not always sunshine and rainbows. Life can be pretty hard. Some of us, if not all of us, have gotten some pretty bad cards at times. I get it. Trauma, it's real. Pain, it's real. But it doesn't define who you are, and it sure as hell doesn't mean that you don't deserve a future that's better than what it's been. So how do you recognize that you have a victim mentality? For me, I recognize this whenever I started just paying attention to my thoughts and what I was focusing on. So what you focus on, what you put your attention on, it grows. It just becomes a bigger topic in your mind. And I just noticed, like, I was having these thoughts of like, oh, nobody wants to be my friend. I have a terrible fashion sense, or I'm not a fit person. I'm never gonna find love. I'm not attractive. Just a lot of things that were just beating myself up or making me feel isolated, unloved, unwanted. Really just making me feel like a victim, that I had no power. And if you're focused on everything that's going wrong in your life, you are going to be a victim to everything that is going on in your life. You know, also growing up, like, I didn't feel very understood. I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel heard. And I've had pain and trauma that has swallowed me and spit me right back out, and I'm still here. And I've learned that I can't punish myself for things that are outside of my control. Like I was saying earlier with people who are born into better financial situations, like, I am not going to sit here and punish myself for not being born into that. I'm not going to beat myself up for things in the past that I can no longer change. Like, I have to realize that mentality is not serving myself, and it just keeps me stuck. I really have had to let go of this narrative that life is happening to me, and instead step into this mindset of life is happening for me. And I'm not saying that this is easy. This is definitely a everyday practice, a lifelong practice, but there's a massive difference between recognizing where you've been wronged and letting that define your future, letting that define your goals, who you are as a person, where you want to be. Now, depending what you're feeling victimized by, sometimes it's about tapping into like different versions of yourself. For me, it's kind of like an alter ego, or even sometimes my inner child. For example, like when I feel like nobody wants to be around me, I do a few different things. Like, I actually make sure, like, okay, is there actually not anyone that I can hang out with? Or, because I have a tendency to isolate myself. And I have to make sure that I am putting myself out there, and I am texting my friends and being like, hey, like, what's up? What are you doing? But like, if there is no one available to hang out, like, instead of just basking in that loneliness, like, I realize that I have to just literally be my own best friend and I show love to myself. I get myself some food, or I treat myself to something, whether it be coloring or yoga, going on a walk, watching a movie, just knowing that I am not alone. I have myself. When I feel really sluggish and not confident in my body, I know that it's time for me to do some movement, whether it be walking, yoga, running, exercise, like working out, or like I need some nourishment in my body. And when I say nourishment, I don't mean Takis and pizza and, you know, all the good stuff that I like to eat. Like, I mean, I need some vegetables. I need some actual like meat and just real food. I switch to the version of myself that I need in that moment. I become the hero of my own story. And it might sound silly, but even when I'm detangling my hair, like sometimes when my hair is really like knotted up and tangled and I'm like starting to freak out and I'm about to cry. I don't know, like girlies, let me know whenever y'all are detangling your hair and it's like you just are so overstimulated and you just want to throw your hairbrush across the room and like rip out your hair. But I just have to like take a deep breath and like talk to my inner child, like, hey, chill, it's okay. Like we're just gonna section our hair, do it slowly, and then bada bing bada boom, it's done. And I feel just so much more calm instead of freaking out on myself. You know, I can't sit here and keep blaming my mom for not knowing how to do my hair, for not teaching me how to do my hair. That's something that I've been in search of on my own since I've literally been like 12 years old, and I have grown my hair beautifully. I have taught myself how to take care of my hair, and I'm still learning. And, you know, I just feel so much pride in that. Like, just like, you know, of course, like, you know, everyone should know how to do their hair, but it's like, you know, when you don't grow up in an environment, like, yes, sometimes it's easy to feel like the world is against you. Like, damn, why did I get treated like this in life? Why didn't I get this experience like how other people got this experience? This is what personal empowerment is all about. It's about taking accountability and stop playing the game, the blame game. And yes, maybe we've all been in situations where if we would have known better, we would have done better. But now you do, and it's actually time to take accountability and move on. And trust me, even in these day-to-day scenarios, like today I got off later than I wanted to, and I went to the grocery store to get some groceries. They didn't have all the groceries that I needed, so I had to go to another grocery store. And then when I got home, I realized I didn't have a lighter and there was no more toilet paper, so I had to get back out into traffic when all I really wanted to do was just sit at home and relax. But no, I have to get out again. But instead of, you know, just freaking out and just punching my instead of just punching my steering wheel and getting pissed and having road rage, I just told myself, like, everything is working out for me, and I am so grateful that I can afford these things. I'm so grateful that I literally have toilet paper to wipe my ass, that I have food to eat for dinner tonight, like, and if I have to drive to go get it, like, that's just what it is. That's the power of shifting your mindset. We have the ability to choose how we react to the challenges that life throws at us. You can't change the past, but you can definitely change how you react to it. When I stopped blaming everything and everyone for where I was in life, that's when I really became my most powerful. That's when I felt my most powerful, my most authentic. Taking responsibility for where you are right now is the first step to breaking free of this victim mentality. It is not your fault for the things that have happened to you, but it is your responsibility on what you do to move forward. This can be therapy, going to the gym, starting a YouTube channel, paying off your debt. You hold so much more power in situations than you believe that you do. You can't control the cards that you've been dealt, but you can control how you play them. So when life throws you a curveball, what are you gonna do? Are you going to sit there and be in victim mode? Or are you going to stand up, recognize your power, and start playing the game? Blaming others, blaming your circumstances, or even blaming yourself, that is the quicksand to the victim mindset. It's easy to blame your parents for not being the parents that you wanted. It's easy to blame your ex for breaking your heart. It's easy to blame the world for just not giving you a fair shot like everybody else. But here's the truth. Blame is the enemy of growth. If you're always looking for someone to blame, you'll be stuck in the same loop. And it's your job to break free from it. The only way out of this is through. Action is the antidote to feeling like a victim. You don't need to wait for life to give you a break. Like, I know so many of us are just waiting for $1 million to fall out of the sky, or some rich man who will never cheat on you to like literally just come and like give you a pretty mansion. But we're gonna have to be real here. Okay, people? You can't sit here and say that you can't become a YouTube creator because you don't have a fancy camera and a laptop. Girl, I'm literally filming this with my phone, or not, with some kind of just desk lamp, and then my old iPhone. And people are watching. I'm not gonna sit here and blame that, oh my gosh, I don't have the newest iPhone, I don't have the newest MacBook, like, oh my gosh, I don't have 1 million subscribers, so I can't post on YouTube. No, I'm not gonna do that. Whether it's learning a skill, improving your mindset, or reaching out to someone that you trust for support, action is gonna change everything. So if you feel stuck, take one small step today that can help you feel not powerless. Let's say a few affirmations. I take full responsibility for my own happiness. My pain is real, but it doesn't define me. I am not a victim. I am a creator of my life. I am powerful, and I choose to move forward. Letting go isn't about making excuses or forgiveness. It's about releasing what no longer serves you so that you can create a space for what's new, for what's better, for what's healing. You're worthy of everything that you desire, and the first step is to stop choosing to be a victim. It all starts with believing that your future is just so much bigger than your past. I want you all to remember this. You are the hero of your own life. It's so easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life is happening to you and you're just some passenger. But what if you took control? What if you actually start showing up as the hero of your life, no matter what the challenges are? Heroes don't always have it easy. They face obstacles, they fall down, they face betrayals, but they keep going and they get back up because they know that the mission is worth it. So whatever you're dealing with, the trauma, the pain, the setbacks, the struggles, just know that you have the power to choose your story. You may not have all the answers yet, and that's okay, but you have the strength to keep moving forward. You are the main character of your own life, and it's up to you to see how it unfolds. Until next time, guys, trees, no leaves.